What if I told you that a clutter-free home isn't just about cleaning? It's about reclaiming your space, boosting your energy, and feeling more at peace in your own home. You might not realize it, but the clutter around you is doing more than just taking up space. It's weighing on your mind, your body, and even your emotions. And here's the thing. You deserve a home that supports you, not one that adds stress. Over time, small piles of clutter can accumulate and create a heavy mental load. It's not just about tidying up, it's about creating an environment that helps you feel calm, clear, and energized. Today, we're going to tackle 20 things you can declutter right now to give your home and your mind a fresh start. These are simple, actionable steps that anyone can take, and I promise, once you start, you'll feel the difference. Ready to take the first step towards a calmer, more organized space? Let's dive in. Many of us tend to hold on to medications that we no longer need, thinking they might come in handy someday. But the truth is, holding on to expired prescriptions is a common mistake that can have serious consequences. Expired medications aren't just ineffective, they can actually be dangerous. Over time, they lose their potency, meaning they won't work as they should when you need them most. Some medications can even break down into harmful substances, causing side effects or reactions. Think about it like this. If you were relying on a flashlight with dead batteries, it might look fine on the outside, but when you need it, it won't do its job. Take a moment today to go through your medicine cabinet. Check the expiration dates and dispose of any expired medications safely. Many pharmacies have take-back programs, or you can find local drop-off sites. This simple task will not only make your space cleaner, but also ensure you're only keeping medications that are effective and safe. Expired meds are like expired food. They lose their value, and holding on to them can be harmful. Just like you wouldn't eat spoiled food, don't keep expired medications that can't serve their purpose anymore. It's easy to let receipts and papers pile up, especially when you're not sure if you'll need them. But many of us hold on to old receipts or documents that serve no real purpose anymore, turning our space into a cluttered mess. That growing stack of paper isn't just unsightly, it's also a source of stress. The more papers you accumulate, the harder it becomes to manage them. Your home starts to feel chaotic, and finding important documents when you need them becomes a frustrating task. Think of it like a pile of laundry that never gets folded. It keeps growing until it overwhelms you. Take some time today to sort through your papers. Separate what's essential from what's not. Shred or recycle anything you don't need. It's a small step that can instantly make your space feel cleaner and more organized. And if you need to keep receipts for tax purposes, create a dedicated folder or box to store them so they don't take over your entire counter or drawer. Paper clutter is like a mountain. You can't move it all at once, but breaking it down into manageable pieces makes it much easier to tackle. We've all been there, buying a kitchen gadget with the best intentions, only to use it once or twice before it's forgotten in the back of a drawer or cupboard. Holding on to these unused gadgets is a common mistake that can lead to a cluttered kitchen. Unused gadgets take up valuable space, making your kitchen feel overcrowded and disorganized. When your kitchen is cluttered with items you rarely use, it's harder to find what you really need, and it can make cooking feel like more of a hassle than it should. Think of it like trying to work with a cluttered toolbox. You waste time digging through the clutter instead of getting the job done. Go through your kitchen drawers and cabinets and pick out the gadgets you don't use regularly. Ice cream makers, specialty pans, or any appliance collecting dust, consider donating or selling them. This clears up space and makes room for the tools that really make your cooking easier and more enjoyable. Your kitchen should be like a well-organized toolbox, only keep what you use. That way every item serves a purpose and makes your cooking more efficient. Most of us have clothes in our closets that we never wear. whether they don't fit, are out of style, or we're just holding on to them just in case. But keeping clothing that no longer serves you only creates unnecessary clutter. A packed closet can feel overwhelming and make it harder to find the clothes you actually love and wear. It also adds mental weight. Every time you see those unworn clothes, you might feel guilty or frustrated. Think of it like carrying an overstuffed suitcase on a trip. When it's too full, you can't easily access what you really need. Go through your wardrobe and be honest with yourself. If something hasn't been worn in over a year, doesn't fit, or doesn't make you feel good, it's time to let it go. Donate gently used items to someone who can actually benefit from them. Clothes should empower you, not weigh you down. Keep only what brings joy and makes you feel your best. It's easy to hold on to old electronics. Flip phones, outdated TVs, chargers for devices you don't even own anymore. Maybe you think you'll use them someday or they have sentimental value. But in reality, they're just collecting dust. Old electronics take up valuable space and can make your home feel cluttered. Plus, technology evolves fast. Many of these devices no longer work properly or aren't compatible with today's systems. Worse, storing outdated batteries or devices with old wiring can pose a fire hazard. It's like keeping a broken clock. It's never going to serve its purpose again. Take inventory of your old electronics. If you haven't used a device in years, it's time to let it go. Many communities offer recycling programs and some organizations accept donations of working devices for people in need. Old gadgets are like old maps. They were helpful once, but they're not guiding you forward anymore. Magazines and newspapers have a way of piling up. Maybe you kept them for an interesting article, a recipe, or just because they seem too nice to throw away. But if they've been sitting untouched for months or even years, they're only adding to the clutter. Stacks of old publications take up space, attract dust, and can even become a fire hazard. Plus, too much paper clutter makes it harder to keep your home clean and organized. It's like keeping expired coupons. You had good intentions, but if you never use them, they just become extra baggage. Take a moment to sort through your collection. If there are important articles or recipes, scan them digitally to keep them without the bulk. Then recycle or donate the rest. Libraries, schools or art programs may find them useful. Magazines are like seeds. Once they've blossomed, there's no need to hold on to them. We often hold on to furniture for sentimental reasons or just in case we need it. Maybe it was expensive, belonged to a loved one, or you keep thinking, I might use it someday. But if a piece is rarely used or too bulky, it's only making your home feel more cramped. Excess furniture takes up valuable space, making rooms feel smaller and harder to navigate, especially as we get older. Cluttered spaces can even become tripping hazards. It's like keeping a treadmill you never use. It might have been a great idea at first, but now it's just in the way. Look around your home. If a chair, table or dresser isn't serving a real purpose, consider donating or selling it. Someone else could actually use it, and you'll enjoy the extra space and freedom. Furniture should be like a good chair, comfortable and functional, not just taking up space. It's easy to accumulate more towels and sheets than we actually need. Maybe you kept old ones for guests, emergencies, or just out of habit. But if your linen closet is overflowing with worn-out or mismatched sets, it's time to reassess. Too many linens take up valuable storage space, making it harder to keep things neat and accessible. Old, thinning towels don't dry as well, and scratchy sheets don't provide the comfort you deserve. It's like keeping a drawer full of socks with holes. Why hold on to things that no longer serve their purpose? Go through your linens and keep only what's in good condition. A good rule of thumb is 2 to 3 sets per bed and a few quality towels per person. Donate extras to shelters or animal rescues where they'll actually be used. Your linens should be fresh and ready to use. Don't let the old ones crowd the closet and take up space for what truly matters. It happens to all of us. We buy canned goods, spices or dried foods with good intentions, only to forget about them in the back of the pantry. But keeping expired food doesn't just waste space, it could be harmful if accidentally consumed. Expired food loses its nutritional value and, in some cases, can grow bacteria or mold. A cluttered pantry also makes it harder to find fresh ingredients, leading to unnecessary purchases. It's like having a fridge full of wilted vegetables. If you can't use them, they're just taking up space. Take a few minutes to go through your pantry. Check expiration dates and toss anything past its prime. For items still good but unlikely to be used, donate them to a food bank. Organizing your shelves will make cooking easier and prevent waste. Food is meant to nourish you, not gather dust. Clearing out expired items makes room for fresh, healthy choices. We all have that one drawer, the catch-all for loose batteries, rubber bands, mystery keys and random odds and ends. At first, it seems harmless, but over time it turns into a chaotic mess where nothing is easy to find. A cluttered junk drawer isn't just an eyesore, it adds to mental clutter. Every time you open it, you're reminded of the disorganization. Plus, when you actually need something, you have to dig through unnecessary junk to find it. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Frustrating and time-consuming. Empty the drawer completely. Sort everything into categories. Keep, relocate or toss. Use small containers or dividers to maintain order. Only keep essentials, things you actually use, like a notepad, pens and a few tools. Your junk drawer is like a messy filing cabinet. If you don't organize it, it just keeps piling up with things you don't need. Over the years, holiday decorations pile up. Some broken, some outdated, and some that just don't fit your style anymore, yet we hold on to them, thinking, maybe I'll use this next year. But if they've been sitting untouched for years, they're only wasting space. Unused decorations take up valuable storage space in closets, basements or attics, space that could be used for things you actually need. Plus, cluttered storage areas make it harder to find what you truly love when the holidays roll around. It's like keeping a closet full of clothes you never wear. It only adds to the mess. Sort through your decorations. If you haven't used an item in the last 2 holiday seasons, donate it to someone who will. Broken or outdated pieces, let them go. Keeping only the decorations that bring you joy will make decorating stress-free. Old decorations are like outgrown toys. They once brought joy, but if they no longer serve a purpose, it's time to pass them on. Shoes have a way of piling up. Maybe they were expensive, maybe they have sentimental value, or maybe you keep thinking, I'll wear these someday. But if they're uncomfortable, worn out, or no longer fit, they're only taking up space. Cluttered closets make it harder to find the shoes you actually wear, and holding on to ill-fitting pairs can lead to foot pain or discomfort. Plus, worn-out soles and unsupportive shoes can increase the risk of falls. It's like keeping a car with bad tires. If they don't support you properly, they're not worth keeping. Go through your shoe collection. If you haven't worn a pair in over a year, donate them to someone in need. Keep only the shoes that are comfortable, supportive, and fit your lifestyle. Your shoes should support you, both literally and metaphorically. If they don't, it's time to let them go. We all have that drawer or box filled with mystery cords, chargers for long-gone devices, tangled wires, and adapters we might need someday. But in reality, most of them are useless and only add to the mess. Tangled cords don't just create visual clutter, they're also a tripping hazard, especially if they're scattered around the house. Plus, digging through a pile of wires when you need one is frustrating and time-consuming. It's like searching for a single thread in a knotted ball of yarn. Unnecessary stress. Gather all your cords and sort them. If you don't know what a cord belongs to, chances are you don't need it. Recycle old or broken ones properly, donate extras, and neatly store the ones you actually use with cable organizers or labeled bags. Cords should be like lifelines, not tangled in knots. Keep only what connects you to what you truly need. Books can hold great sentimental value, but over time, we tend to accumulate more than we actually read. Maybe you've kept books you read once, or ones that you've been meaning to get to, but if you haven't picked them up in years, they're only taking up space. Books are meant to inspire, educate, and entertain, but if you've outgrown a book or simply don't have the time to revisit it, it's just another item adding to your clutter. Too many books on the shelf can create a sense of being overwhelmed, making it harder to enjoy the ones you truly cherish. It's like holding on to old recipes you'll never cook, just crowding your space. Go through your collection and pull out the books you haven't read in the past 2 years or don't intend to read again. Donate them to libraries, schools, or shelters where they can inspire someone else. Books should inspire you, not crowd your shelves with what you no longer need. We all love capturing memories, but over time, our collection of photographs can grow out of control. You might have stacks of old photos or thousands of digital images you never look at. While they're precious, too many can end up as clutter. Unsorted and excessive photographs can be overwhelming, causing you to lose track of the ones that truly matter. They take up space and time, whether in drawers or your phone. It's like trying to relive every single moment at once. It can leave you feeling nostalgic but drained. Sort through your physical photos and digitize the ones you want to preserve. Store them digitally and keep physical copies of only the most cherished moments in an album or frame. This way, you'll always have access to the memories without the clutter. Photographs are meant to capture memories, not create piles of nostalgia that weigh you down. We all have that one drawer or corner where broken items pile up, whether it's a cracked mug, a torn lampshade, or a piece of furniture that's seen better days. It's easy to think, I'll fix it someday. But in reality, these items usually just sit there, taking up space. Broken items add to the clutter, and every time you see them, it's a reminder of something incomplete. They can also create unnecessary stress, especially if you feel guilty about not fixing them. It's like living with a window that's cracked. It's only a matter of time before it gets worse. Let go of anything that's broken beyond repair. If it's beyond saving, toss it. If it's worth fixing, either get it repaired or donate it to someone who can. Free up space for things that serve you. If something's broken, it's like a window with cracks. Either fix it or let it go. We've all bought fitness equipment with the best of intentions, whether it's a stationary bike, dumbbells, or a treadmill, but over time it collects dust and we find ourselves avoiding it. We think, I'll start using it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Unused exercise equipment doesn't just take up space, it can also bring a sense of guilt. Every time you look at it, you're reminded of a commitment you didn't follow through on. It's like keeping an unplayed musical instrument. It's just collecting dust and adding to your mental clutter. If you haven't used it in months, it's time to let go. Donate or sell the equipment to someone who will use it. A clutter-free home starts with letting go of things that don't serve you anymore. Exercise equipment is like tools. They're only useful if they're put to work. If they're not helping you, it's time to pass them on. Over time, dishes get chipped or replaced, leaving us with mismatched sets. You might keep a collection of random plates and bowls just in case, but they end up creating a disorganized, cluttered kitchen. It's easy to overlook, but it's a sign of inefficiency. Mismatched dishes not only take up space, they also make your kitchen feel unorganized and chaotic. Every time you open a cabinet, it's a reminder that things aren't working together. It's like trying to assemble a puzzle with missing pieces. It doesn't quite come together. Sort through your collection and donate or dispose of any mismatched, chipped or broken dishes. Invest in a few sets that are functional and aesthetically pleasing. A cohesive set brings peace and order to your kitchen, making mealtime more enjoyable. Your kitchen should be like a well-designed set, harmonious and efficient. Keep only what truly works together. We all have that collection of handbags, totes and bags we've accumulated over the years. Some we've used for a while, others we haven't touched in ages. But we hold on to them, thinking we might need them someday or out of nostalgia. Old bags take up valuable space in your closet, adding to the clutter. And while they might remind you of a past occasion, they no longer serve a purpose. Keeping bags that you don't use is like holding on to outdated tools. They're just filling up space without providing any value. Go through your collection and donate or sell bags you haven't used in the last year. Keep only the ones that are functional, stylish, and serve your current needs. A bag should make life easier, not create more clutter. Your bag should be functional and stylish, not just filling up space. Let go of the ones that no longer serve you. We all have a drawer or box full of old phone cases, chargers, cables and other tech accessories we no longer use. Maybe they came with an old phone or computer and you kept them just in case, only to never need them again. These outdated accessories take up space, making your storage areas feel cramped and cluttered. Plus, keeping these items around creates mental clutter, as you're reminded of outdated tech you no longer need. It's like holding on to old tools that have been replaced. They're just taking up space. Sort through your accessories and recycle or donate anything you no longer use. If something's broken or obsolete, let it go. Make room for items that actually serve you and your current needs. Like old maps, these accessories are things of the past. Time to let them go and clear the way for the present. Now, which of these 20 items will you start with today? Let me know in the comments below. And if you felt inspired by this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a little decluttering motivation. Remember, decluttering is about more than just cleaning, it's about creating space for what truly matters. Every item you let go of makes room for peace, comfort and freedom. So take that first step. You've got this. Let's create homes that are not only organized, but peaceful and stress-free. Don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing tips on living a clutter-free life. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who could use a little decluttering motivation. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on aging well. Together, we can create our best lives, free from clutter and full of peace. See you next time.